Last time on the Results Driven Fitness Show.
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. This is the Results Driven Fitness Show. On this week's show, we're getting back to basics.
Fitness is an emotional process, but if we can rely on data as opposed to how we feel on a given day, we're more likely to stay sane and keep making positive decisions. That's why we're sharing the 4 things we track for success.
This is episode 27. Let's get started.
My summer plans for staying active is coming to RD, of course.
Me also.
Yes. My plan to stay active this summer is to ride my bike everywhere.
Summer to stay in shape, I plan to come to RD and hopefully hit the beach.
And I'm going to try hiking for the first time. I'd like to get outside and do a couple hikes.
Probably walking outside more that we do on Sundays. My husband and I like to walk.
Okay, so the workup is on, so I do intend to play some soccer.
I like to bike and walk. I'm not a hiker because things squiggle in the woods.
Paddleboarding!
Just make any excuse to get on my bike and get a little exercise in.
Playing tennis with my daughter, she's gonna kick my butt, but don't tell her I said that.
And of course, I'll be here at RD.
But I'll tell you, year-round, this is the place for me.
And make friends.
Bye.
Thanks, man.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. As coaches, we have to manage people's expectations. Our methods for strength training and nutrition are effective, but nothing happens overnight. And some things take weeks or even months to start being effective.
Almost everyone at Results Driven start on a trial membership. This way, they can make an informed decision if RD is the right environment to help them reach their goals. We recently had a couple come in and try our gym, decided not to join. We'll call them Harry and Sally.
They were a pleasure to have in every session, and they worked really hard. They fit into our culture, they were checking all the boxes for success, and we were confident that we could help them in the long term.
Unfortunately, Sally expected to drop 5 pounds in the first month. Coach Ed tried to explain that we have to check off the prerequisites before we can expect to make body composition changes, but it was too late.
That's why Coach Ed came up with this checklist. He's good at that. If we're talking about managing expectations, this list helps coaches better inform members on what simple things they should be doing to work towards their goals.
This way, someone like Sally isn't caught off guard when she hasn't reached her goal in the time she thought she would. Doing these things sets the foundation for anyone wanting to make progress. Are you doing all of them?
Like we mentioned in episode 25, most people come to the gym to drop fat, build muscle, or just get stronger. But how are they tracking this? The first thing on our checklist is measuring body composition and making a habit of it. Once a month, they're expected to hop on the InBody to measure whether they're making progress or not.
A member, knowing they're expected to jump on, holds them accountable. A lot of people who are scared of the InBody are going to avoid it. Then it escapes their mind, leading to prolonged periods of time of not analyzing their progress. Getting measured gives them information to help them make better decisions.
In our eyes, this is a foundational piece of the fitness puzzle. At the end of a goal-setting conversation with a client, we'll lay out what a member should be focusing on to help them make progress. Using the InBody is going to be number 1 on that list until they've made a habit of it.
If measuring body composition is number 1, what's number 2? Exercise. I meet with most of our new clients, and one of my responsibilities that day is to help them schedule their appointments. Just like we want to make measuring progress a habit, fitness needs to be a habit as well.
Theresa works with our new clients to set their schedule as far out as they can project. One of the biggest things people need from us is accountability. So this helps us and them stick to what we said we were going to do.
From a nutritional standpoint, before we get to our nutrition habits, the first thing we want to do is encourage you to be mindful of your current habits. And if you meet our prerequisite habits for nutrition, they're called prerequisites for a reason.
Our prerequisite eating habits are eating slowly and stopping at 80% full. We couple this basic advice, aka don't eat too fast, too much, or too little, with being mindful of what you are eating and if you're making more good decisions than bad. This approach takes the stress off of the client and encourages them to go slowly.
Water is the last piece of the foundational nutritional puzzle. If you haven't noticed, the slow, effective approach is what we believe helps clients actually adopt a habit. That's kind of how habits work. Everyone's heard the 8-ounce glasses of water a day rule. If you're just not there yet, what can you do to work towards that consumption goal? Water is so important to our bodies, and it's an easy thing to overlook when we're so focused on fat loss.
If you're trying to improve your body composition, please start here. Choose a reliable way to measure your goal. Decide a movement frequency goal that you can sustain. Make sure you don't do any exercise that hurts, and be mindful of your exercise and nutrition choices.
And drink water. Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Results Driven Fitness.
Ciao!
On next week's episode, we are going on a little rant.
The internet is full of crazy fitness crap, so we're sharing something we saw online and why we think it's just not right. Please make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, follow us on all the social media things. We really appreciate your feedback and your attention.
See you next week. Okay.
That's why. Let's get started.
So what, was I going too fast? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Thanks for joining us for yet another. What is that? What does that mean?
And so, before.
Okay, got it.